Hello again everybody, my name is Rashila Lynn and welcome back to my channel. This is another video that belongs to my minimalism series and I will be talking about 30 things that I used to buy that I do not buy anymore ever since I started my minimalism journey around last year. Actually, I think some of these things I stopped buying probably even before that. I have seen videos like this and I love how I am able to relate sometimes. How I am also able to learn stuff and realize and say, right, I don't need that too. I should stop buying that and something like that. So I hope you learned something from this video as well, or you can also leave comments below if you have thoughts that you want to share with me. Let's get started. Number one on the list of things I stopped buying: alarm clock and a wristwatch. This is because we all own a phone and our room has a wall clock. So to wake up in the morning, if I need to be up at a certain time, I use my phone. And to check the time, I take a look at our wall clock. If I am not in this room, I check the time using my phone. I admit though, I recently have been thinking a lot about getting an Apple Watch or something similar because I want to monitor my palpitations. Sometimes during this pregnancy, I find my heart rate too fast or too strong. So if I have a smartwatch, I can monitor that. And it has other benefits too, like it counts my steps or how many calories I was able to burn when I do my cardio. It sends me notifications or what, but it's been, I guess, 3 months of thinking about it and I still haven't convinced myself. My iPhone has a timer, so whenever I would feel my palpitations starting, I would sit and count my heartbeat using my phone. And while I find it convenient, it's not exactly necessary to know how many steps I've walked or taken every day or how many calories I burned during the day's workout. So no wristwatch in a while, really. One less thing to spend on, one less thing to maintain and worry about. Another thing I used to purchase but now not anymore are bathrobes and robes in general. I think before I wanted to feel fancy, or it was something I sometimes used over my sleepwear, but recently I just find it super unnecessary. It's additional laundry, so now after taking a bath I will use my towel to dry up, and when I am cold during the bedtime, well, I own a jacket, I also have a blanket, and I also own kimonos. I don't need bathrobes or sleeping robes really. Okay, next, I stopped buying scented candles. Aside from scented candles, we would also buy candles with some sort of purpose, like the ones that said they keep mosquitoes away because they're citronella candles, but they don't work and they are expensive. Scented candles are also a fire hazard because we have a toddler and a newborn coming, so I guess now is not a nice time to use candles in this household. I understand some candles have other purposes. Some people use it for meditation or aesthetics or what, but at the moment I'll pass. For the house to smell nice, we currently use this. I don't know what this is called though, but yes, this is to keep the bathroom smelling clean, but also we noticed that as long as we keep our space clean, there's not much need for these things or scented candles or what. The room or the house actually will inevitably smell clean. Number 4 on the list is perfume. Even before the pandemic started, I didn't find myself using my perfume as often as before. In the past, I always put on perfume before I left for work, and there was a time I always had a bottle of perfume in my bag. But as I grew older, I gave more importance to proper hygiene and realized that as long as I am clean, I don't need to use a perfume all the time. So currently, I saved my old bottle of perfume just because it's a waste of money to throw it away, but I am definitely letting this go in several months if it will remain unused. One thing is for sure, I haven't bought a perfume in so long and I don't see it as a necessity these days. So once I run out of this, I guess I'm not buying a new one. Next would be lip balms. There was a time in my life when I would try so many kinds of lip balms because of my dry and chappy lips. They would literally crack and bleed, but no lip balm ultimately worked for me, and I tried so many brands. I currently use a generic petroleum jelly, and I don't even use it every day because I noticed that as long as I don't use heavy lipsticks and lip products, my lips are healthy. But when there are times that my lips really crack and need to be moisturized, my very affordable petroleum jelly works fine. Downside is it doesn't have a scent and it doesn't come in cute tubes or bottles, but it is multi-purpose, which very much helps with me trying to be a better minimalist. Number 6, we stopped purchasing meal subscriptions. For some reason, we spent money on this before, and now, thankfully, not anymore. It was probably because we didn't have time to cook meals or like healthy meals before, and now we have more time at home because of the pandemic. So we stopped subscribing to meal delivery services, the expensive ones that counted calories, and now we make our own meals, which saves us a ton of money. And this also means we stopped receiving the plastic food containers that each meal came in, which was bad for the environment. Next, okay, I'm not sure why, but I used to always have nail polish and of course a nail polish remover. My husband can very much remember this. We would go to the mall and I would spend so much time in the nail polish section of the department store. I would buy several colors at once, and I would paint my nails at home even when I wasn't very good at it. I would also change colors from time to time. Now looking back, I would say it was probably a phase, and right now I prefer cleaner nails as long as they are properly groomed. I don't see the need to paint them in different colors anymore. When I was working, I used to change bags a lot. I would also buy small purses to organize my stuff inside my shoulder bag. But when I gave birth, I just never found an opportunity to use those bags anymore. I found myself always using a diaper bag. So even my stuff I put in the diaper bag. I just found it easier that way. I actually tried to use a shoulder bag a few times when I was already a mom, and my husband would be the one carrying the diaper bag, but that didn't last very long because it was inconvenient for us. So now I don't care if the diaper bag doesn't match my outfit or what, but I refuse to bring 2 bags. I am choosing to just put all my stuff in my children's diaper bag. I do have one shoulder bag because I kept it because my mother-in-law gifted it to me. It is this pink Coach bag that she got for me, and I'm keeping it in case I will want to dress up for like a wedding or to attend an event or something like that. Just like shoulder bags, I stopped using heels and other types of footwear when I stopped working, so I got rid of almost all of them. What's left is one pair of running shoes for working out, these slip-on flats that I always use when I go to my prenatal visits, and then I have my indoor home slippers. That is it. I used to have a lot because of the mentality that I needed to match my footwear with what I'm wearing, but now not anymore, and I only buy new shoes or slippers when I get rid of the old one, usually when it gets super worn out. I'll actually have one more pair. I have these closed shoes. This was a very recent gift. That's why I have it. I've only used it once, so I guess I should use this more often or decide to let it go if I will not use it more often. For some reason, I used to buy fashion sunglasses often and own multiple pairs at once. My question to my past self is, why did I just buy one pair and keep it and just buy a new one when the old one gets broken? Today I only have one pair of sunglasses, which I honestly only use when we go to the beach, which is very seldom. I also bought cheap jewelry a lot, and not cheap gold or cheap silver. I mean cheap as in those that bend or get tarnished after using it once or twice. They were so affordable, I would buy a lot for different occasions. But now that I am older, I learned that you only need some very few timeless pieces. So I stopped buying cheap fancy jewelry that I would throw after a few uses, and now it's either I don't accessorize at all, or I use the few ones I have, which came from my grandmother and my mother-in-law. Just like cheap jewelry, I also liked buying clothing accessories that I now find unnecessary. Like, I had a few hats, but now I find it such a hassle to have more than one. Makes my brain tired thinking of which hat matches with what and how to store them properly. So I only have one right now. I also had several belts and scarves in different colors, but now I don't buy any new ones anymore. I only have one belt left and one scarf, and I am not buying another one unless this gets torn or broken. Especially for scarves, I really love how I open my drawer and just find one scarf and not need to think of which color or which print I should grab. Next thing on the list that I used to purchase and now I don't anymore, feminine wipes. I am not sure if it's a thing from where you are, but there are feminine wipes in here, and at one point they were heavily advertised. Basically, instead of wiping with a tissue after peeing, you use feminine wipes instead. It's really just a wet wipe, a wet tissue that they say balances your pH down there, so it is specifically made for your feminine area after peeing. I am not sure why I thought I needed it. I used to always have it in my bag for every after I would pee, but it's really more expensive. And later on I realized it's fine if I would use an ordinary dry tissue or just an ordinary wet wipe. It's cheaper and more economical. Well, just like feminine wipes, I also had makeup wipes, but it was just a more expensive type of wet wipe. And I found myself still washing my face with my cleanser and my water anyway, so... and yeah, I also own a makeup remover. So for me, even if makeup wipes claim to remove eye makeup easier, what I think it's for removing makeup backstage or on the go where there might be no running water. But since I don't perform anymore, I don't do shows anymore, I stopped buying makeup wipes for a really long time now. Next on the list is makeup. Now when I say makeup that I don't buy anymore, it's specifically eyeshadow, highlighter, concealer, lipstick, false eyelashes, those kinds of glam things. I'm specifying which makeup items because I still own an eyebrow pencil, lip tint, and a BB cream. The rest I don't buy anymore, and mind you, a little over a year ago, like around 2019, I wasn't working anymore, I wasn't performing anymore, I was already a mom, and I didn't have so many places to go to, but I was still buying so much of these stuff. Like, I would really spend on what's new and spend time around the makeup section looking for eyeshadows and the latest highlighters or whatever. And when I was decluttering, I found so much of these things unused. So I was like, okay, these are going away, I'm giving them away, and I am not buying these stuff again. So far, I haven't bought any new makeup stuff yet, like in a really long while. So yeah. Okay, I have 15 more on the list, but this video has become too long. I will continue filming the rest of the video, but I will upload it separately. So this video is going to have a second part. I will link it right here when it is already up or down below. I hope you will check it out, and I will see you in that next video.